Speaking of legal battles, let's welcome our legal expert of the week in our studio. Sunil Tyagi, Senior Partner, ZS Law Associates, is here to resolve all your legal queries related to your real estate investments. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. First caller is on the line. It's Karthik Nandula. Hi Karthik, what's your question?
Yeah, my query is, hello.
Yes,
I
we
have
can hear
purchased
you.
a property in 2011.
Okay.
And as a part of the deal, this property was purchased under subvention scheme, where till October 2013, the builder will pay the interest on the loan, and from the November onwards, I would be paying the installments, including principal and the interest. But now, as on date, when I see the status of the loan, it is under partial disbursement stage, and I am now paying the pre-EMI since November 2013. So as of now, I have paid approximately 1.5 lakh rupees as only interest and no principal amount. So when I contacted my bank officials regarding this partial disbursement, they have given this clarity that the loan has not completely been utilized by the builder, hence it's in partial disbursement stage, and hence as the subvention scheme got over, I need to pay the interest amount. Now my problem is, because of personal reasons, I want to sell this property, but no buyer is interested to pay the interest amount, and JP officials have not reverted anything on this issue. Request your assistance.
Okay, so the arrangement was such that the builder had to pay for 2 years, and then he had to come in and pay the installments, but the bank claims that the loan is still in a partial disbursement stage. He wants to now get rid of this property, unable to find buyers. His legal recourse.
See, it seems that there is a delay in the project. The builder has not utilized the loan, which means construction is delayed and he is not taking out the funds from the bank for construction. And your facts, what you have stated, also suggests that there is a delay in the project. In these circumstances, I would suggest, if you do not want to continue in the project, you can seek refund of your money. Probably you may not be offered interest, and the builder may even suggest that some part of your money will be forfeited. But you have to press for your demand, and maybe in case he is not willing to refund your money, or he threatens some forfeiture, then you can take a recourse to the civil courts or to the consumer forum. Recently only there is a newspaper report that in one of the Greater Noida matter, the consumer forum has directed 18% interest should be refunded to the buyer in case of delay of the project. So maybe you can seek recourse in the consumer forum for this kind of a problem.
All right, next we have Shailesh Tripathi with a question. He wrote to us saying he purchased a flat in Hyderabad which is ready but yet to be registered. The sale agreement at the time of booking mentioned that his undivided share or UDS was about 36 square yards. Today the documents which were prepared to incorporate in the final sale deed says that his undivided share is just 21 square yards, and the number of towers at the time of booking had 14 floors. Later the builder got permission to build 19 floors, which wasn't mentioned in his agreement. He wants to know, can a builder change the ratio of undivided share after the sale agreement is signed?
In this case, Allahabad High Court has held this, and there are similar provisions which exist in Andhra Pradesh Apartment Ownership Act. Under the same provisions, similar provisions, the builder is required to seek consent of the allottees and the owners before changing the plans. So in this case, in your case also, it's a similar provision. You can take a recourse for this problem. Builder cannot change plans without the consent of all the allottees.
Okay, Shailesh, so that's what Sunil, our legal expert, says. Your builder has to honor the sale agreement. It's a sacred document, and unless and until he takes your prior permission or permission of the entire group of allottees, he cannot make any additions or alterations. Next, Akshay Sachdeva wrote to us. He says he booked a floor with Anantraj Group in Gurgaon in 2012. The builder issued the final allotment letter only this April, which is about 2 years after the booking of this property. He says this means that the construction clock for the builder starts only from this year, and he gets about 36 more months to build, and obviously the usual 6 months of grace. Can a builder take that long to issue a buyer's agreement? He has also collected about 45 lakhs in the name of booking, allotment and commencement of construction even before issuing the builder buyer agreement. Till date, no construction has commenced. and no penalty clause in the agreement has been mentioned. It's completely one-sided agreement. What should he do?
Normally, builder-buyer agreements are issued once you've paid more than 25 or 30% of the payment. At that time, generally the space buyers agreement are executed and provided to the buyers. In your case, it seems, though the percentage is not mentioned in your facts, but it seems that you've paid more than 25-30%. In case that's true, then you are entitled to have your space buyers agreement executed at that time. As far as your payment, 45 lakhs has been paid, it depends on the kind of payment plan you've opted, whether it's a down payment plan, construction link plan, or time link plan. In case it is a construction link plan, then you are supposed to pay as per the construction levels achieved by the builder at that time. So for your construction part, if there is a delay and payments have been sought from you for more than the level of construction achieved, then you can deny that part.
All right. So Akshay, clearly your more than 2 years is clearly an unreasonable amount of time for issuing your the allotment letter. Also, you need to only make your payments as per the construction progress of the project, if that's the payment plan you have chosen. All right, Sunil, thank you so much for joining us in the studio and with your useful, insightful legal inputs. Thank you.